おはようございます。こんにちは、こんばんは。博士かです。Hi, it's here. Let me know if the BGM is loud or not. I can't tell. Hi, I'm gonna make my voice louder, though I don't think it's really big enough. おはようございます。ごめんよー。いろいろあってしまっての。The BGM is quiet? Actually? Okay. I'll increase it. Is it better? はい、ちょっとね、急遽、予定変更となりまして、ちょっとみちるちゃんのネットが繋がらねえという事件が発生してしまって、なんかちょっとね、お化けが怖がっちゃったみたいで、我々がね、やっぱり、そのお化けのいる、呪われた屋敷に突撃しに行こうと思ってたんですけど、怖がらせちゃったみたいで、急遽、変更となりました。Hello! I'm so sorry for the sudden change on the stream. Yeah, seems like we scared a ghost and the ghost tried to fight us back by, messing around with michiru's internet. So, we couldn't do the collab and we decided to postpone it. The date is still undecided, so we will let you guys know when we come up with another date so we can do it. Yeah. I want to see evil pink women. Then why don't you just go and see it now? Just cut your thing off when you're asleep. If you're ready to say goodbye to your boss, then go. Weasley, thank you for the super chat. 最強トリオの前にお化けの他に逃げ出すかみたいだね。ということで、ちょっとね、コミケの話とかもいろいろしたいんですけど、コミケの話はね、今晩の8時半からの配信にてさせていただこうかなと思います。日本時間夜の8時半からね。あってね、衝撃的なほど頭がなくって今日。It's like, my brain is like, so slow today. Like, incredibly, unbelievably slow. As you guys know, I was like I came back home quite late. I was hanging out with friends and I came back home quite late. You will hear stories in a few days or a week or so. You will figure out who I was hanging out with. Well, anyways, I came home quite late compared to my usual time schedule, and I took a shower and I did the other things I needed to do, and I was like, okay, I'm ready, I'm gonna make thumbnails and the schedule's the thing. And it took all the way up to like around 3-ish, and I woke up at like 8 because there was a collab originally scheduled, and my brain is just like not functioning. I don't know why I decided to, my voice too. I don't know why I decided to go with puzzle game, but I don't know. I was like, I want to play this game again because I haven't played it in a while. You have friends? I do! Of course I do. So 昨日ね、ちょっと友達って言ってもみんなもそのうち誰だったか聞くと思うんですけどちょっと他の方の配信でね、よりもその場にいたよとかよりと一緒に遊んだよって話を近々聞くかもしれないんですけど、そうなんですよ。とある方とかと一緒に、遊んでまして昨日。それで家帰ってきたのが結構遅くって、いつもの博士課にしても遅くって。でそこからお風呂入ってスケジュール作ってスケジュールと予定一緒だなサムネ作ってとかしてたらあっちゅう間になんか深夜3時近くなってて、で今日コラボだったからもともと朝ねちゃんと8時に起きて9時からのコラボだったから早めに集合するとかが8時に起きようと思って8時に起きてとかってやってて、そしたらなんか脳みそ回ってないんですよね今。本当に回ってなくって今びっくりするぐらい何を喋ってるかが分かってない 大丈夫かな今日。ちょっとこれ終わったらね、ちょっとお昼寝しようかなと思うので、夜の配信の時にはね、ハキハキシャキシャキした拍手会になってるかと思います。Anyways, let's get started. Play Chapter 4. Yeah, I played it back in Vancouver, so it's not a new game for me. But it's something that I couldn't finish it, so I wanna keep going slowly. Oh look, I found a new dog. It's Moe. Moe-chan だってかわいい. Moe is a watchdog. If you're not in bed by 10 p.m., he will let you know it's time by barking. Oh my! Then Moe might probably Moe would have been barking at me so loudly last night. かわいい。萌えくんなんだ。萌えくんだって。夜10時までにベッドに入ってないと吠えて時間を知らせてくるよって。かわいい。確か昨日失格だな。そしたら昨日失格だと思うわ。めちゃめちゃ遅かったもんな。普通に。Why can I not put... Oh, this is a black box. I can't put anything here. Can you tell that my printer's not working? I think you can, right? Wait, what was that? No! Wait, how do I twist these guys? How do I... Oh, right click. Here we go. Puppy Tetris. Basically, yeah, kind of like that. It's one of my favorite games that I played so far, and I wanted to play it again. And I found like the perfect excuse to find it today. To play it today. Oh my gosh, my brain! I am just not speaking correctly. I can't talk. No worries. No matter the language, it's like this today. So don't go like Yaoi. Maybe it's your English getting bad. No, it's no matter the language. What? How many boxes does this use? Oh, it's like that? What? Maybe like that? And like this? Then where does this buddy go? Never mind, it fits. No, it does not. This does not fit! This tape can't fit! Can I flip this toggle? I want this toggle to flip. Show me a flip toggle. I know you can do that. I seriously have no clue how to do this stage, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna be chilling. Today's about chilling. Together. Yapping and bonding. But instead of just regular yapping, we have doggos that we gotta organize. And what? What? How about this? Does this gonna work? Ain't think so. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. Oh. We don't have a straight doggo. Straight, I mean by straight line. It's not like they're all gay. I don't know, but straight, I mean like a straight line doggo, okay? I put it here. Is this gonna work? I have like no clue. I don't even have any idea what I'm doing right now. Am I even talking? Or am I not talking? Oh, I thought you refused to move. Seriously, how is this gonna work? 難しい. Does this hurt the dog? No, it does not. See its happy face? It looks very happy being dragged around. It just hurts Yori. Yeah, it hurts Yori's brain, but not the doggos. If it hurts the doggos, I would not play this game. Don't worry. I love doggos. I wish all the doggos in the world to be happy. I seriously wish that when I go to the shrine, that's what I wish for. I don't even wish for my own happiness. I go like, I wish all the dogs are happy on the road. That's what's more important to me. Ohayo! Asa da ne! 今日あれじゃないのでも仕事じゃないのみんな。連休終わったでしょ？みんな働いてるんじゃないの？連休は終わっただよね。おつー。マジで仕事頑張って無理しないでね。でも連休明けってなんやかんやさ、ちょっとなんか仕事しなきゃって気持ちになってさ、張り切りすぎちゃってより体調崩しやすくなったりすると思うから気をつけるんじゃぞ。マジでわからん。何？Yeah, it was the last day of holiday yesterday in Japan. So adults are back to work. Students are still on their summer vacation, summer break. I'm a streamer, which is technically a NEET, so it's holiday every day. Yeah, streamer aka NEET, that's me. There was like one time that I can't explain what I do to my friends, right? But one of my friends asked me about my occupation. Cause like it was so weird, right? Whenever my friend asked me out in Vancouver, by the way, back in Vancouver, I was mostly able to make it. Like whatever date that the friend tells me, I'm like, oh yeah, I can probably go. I can manage my schedule. That was my response. So my friends started to like be like, huh, do you even work? So I like what I tell them is that I do work, but it's fully remote, and I do this and this and this, but I don't tell them the details, of course, right? I just say like, oh, it's like event coordinating things that I do. It's not too wrong. So that's what I say, and then like he didn't buy it, but he was like, oh, sir, basically a NEET. That was his like, that's what he said immediately after hearing me explaining about my job. And I was like, yeah, maybe you can word it out like that. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I may be a NEET. Yeah. I don't need to go out to do things. Most of the things I don't need to go out. And like he doesn't even know streamers, so I don't think like the possibility of me being a streamer ever crosses his mind. He doesn't watch any of those. He's just a normie, complete normie guy. I don't even know who I was friends with. Like, we weren't even close. There was nothing in common about us two. Just the fact that we were from the same region. So like talking about nostalgic TV commercials, that was like the only thing that we could have talked of. So it was so boring. I only met him like twice. Cause first it started from my friend's friend. And like he was my friend's friend, and he like the friend in between us was like, hey, you guys are from like the same region, maybe you guys can get along. And I did not, and it was so awkward the entire time. And like when I talked about my occupation, he just straight up calls me a NEET, and I'm like, yeah. How do you have normie friends? I'm actually quite a normie myself, cause believe it or not, well yeah, I am quite normie. Like, there's not much of otaku things that I know about, so my friends happens to be, most of them happen to be normie, or either like light otaku that watches like a little bit of anime, but mostly other things, kind of. I'm just a strong hardcore Fujo, except that I really don't do anything that's otaku-ish. Not a huge anime watcher, not a gamer. Yeah. Yeah, except my Pixiv. I'm really normie. Just don't check my Pixiv bookmarks or history. Then I'm like a complete normie. That's just like the only thing that drags me down. Nah, this ain't gonna fit. This ain't gonna fit! Not a gamer, we know. Thank you for coming to my stream still, knowing that I'm not a gamer. But I feel like that's my weakness still, because like VTubing, being a gamer is one of like the essentials. That's what people watch VTubers. Not like they don't watch VTubers for like the game itself, but like that's what they want to watch it as well, right? Part of their content. She just invited chat to look at her Pixiv. No! I did not! Go away from my Pixiv! If you damn ever try to check my Pixiv, I will go raise your mom. So I'll be your new mom and dad. I'll be your new dad. If you ever try to check my Pixiv history. Your mom and I will get along. She will divorce. Get a new partner, which is gonna be me. And I'm gonna be your second mom. You had to call me mom and your mom mommy. I'm okay with why in the road are you guys okay with that? Me being your mother? Isn't that like disgusting? I would never want any of the people at Face Connect to be my mom. They're really good, kind people, but being my mom would be so cringe. Cause imagine your mom working at a sad girl company and getting teased for that.これ無理じゃね？本当に入るの？ Be dear mom. No! I don't want you guys to be my kids. I don't want to have you guys as my kid. Stop it! This ain't gonna fit. I already know this ain't gonna fit. I have dojos with worse plot than that scenario. Thank you for letting us know. Appreciate the fact that you share that in front of people. I don't think you're old enough to be my mom. Well, I can legally, like my age, I can get married. So again, if I make your mom divorce with your dad, and if I take your mom, and then I can be your mom, and your mom can be your mommy, right? I can be your new mom. Your stepmom. With your mom. So legally, I can be your mom. Kyle-san, thank you for the super chat. I have the bunny standing of Nasa Michiru and Yaoi on my desk. Wow! You're bold on that. Displaying on your desk? The bunny standees? And my mom said you were the cutest. Oh, thank you so much. Here I am, 34. Even so, I can still marry your mom. It doesn't matter, bro. It's not gonna fit. It's not gonna fit. This is like the one last one. マジで入んないこれ。Yuri has to be child support now. He's goddamn 34. There's nothing I need to pay for. If we can't... If he still ain't living by himself by the age of 34, that's really concerning though. Like, of course it depends on where you live. Like, if your house has like... If your family has a house in New York, really the main area of New York, understandable. Why not leaving your family, right? Because there's no other reason to. Or like if you live in like the main part, the central of the city, understandable. Because it's better to live there. Free rent. But other than that, by the age of 34... And my son's not... And my son's not married yet. As a mom, I'll be worried. Should we do that stream? RPing as your mom or auntie or whatever your relatives? And like the annual family visit RP. You visit me. And I keep nudging you guys of like, with, oh, why are you still single? I wish to see my grandchild soon. Type of stream. 主見です。おはようございます。おはようございます。今日の配信も頑張ってください。ありがとうございます。韓国でいつもありがとう。ね、初見さん、はじめまして方、はじめまして。カナダ発 VTuber 事務所フェイスコネクト所属の白鹿いおりと申します。よろしくお願いします。Why are you still single here? What if I told you that I'm like secretly married, but since I'm married to the Danish or Nigerian whatever prince, I just cannot come out? I just cannot make it public, the info yet? There's still a chance that that's true, you know? There's still a chance that I'm secretly married to a royal family, and because I'm married to a royal family, I'm making it completely a secret and like hiding it from you guys. Your delusions don't count! How come? Why does it not count? Please let it count. Being able to be the Lulu is the perks of being a girl. That's the best part of being a girl. I can be as Delulu as I want. You married to a royal family? Yeah, secretly. I can basically make those like lies, whatever I could come up with them on internet. People won't care. What if I organize around here with it? Fit? Nope. 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 No. Nope. Nope. See, I don't have a straight doggle. Perks of being a Face Connect patient, I mean talent. Do you guys remember the fan art of like talents? Face talents are the mental clinic thing. I remember me not being on like the main side of the art, like the patient. But now I feel like I could be. If someone redraws it, I have a feeling that people start to recognize me as like the mental ill delusional one. More and more. I'll see her now. Thank you for hopping by. But I think you guys are feeling it too. But haven't I been sounding happier ever since I moved out of the depressed Maple Leaf country? Like, it's so interesting to see. I can even feel the personality change by myself. I don't know, but I'm like, oh, I feel much more happier every day. Is this what Canada done to me? It just made me sad. Happier but more delusional. I don't have high hopes in having a family here. Making a family here. You know why? Cause like all the girls are so pretty. I feel like I'm not pretty enough. I do feel that, but still, like at the same time, weirdly, I have like a little bit more confidence in myself in Japan more than in Canada. But like in Canada, people don't care about how you look like. Like seriously, they don't. But I don't know. I feel much more. This ain't gonna work. Me personally, I feel happier here. And somehow I got to see well, like people were up in Vancouver in June, but other than that they really don't come up north. So I realized that it's easier to see people, meet people in Japan more. This sounds crazy, but it is. Even though like some of them just like lived south from me, like I could have drove down. I actually did. Like there was a Italian who came north and we met like the halfway. We've done that before, right? We met like halfway from their house and my house. There was like a middle point. We were like, hey, let's meet up here. We did. But still, like seeing them in Japan is way much easier. Seeing them in Tokyo is way much easier. First, because like I don't need to ask my dad to drive me down. Second, they don't need to drive up. They almost ran me over on my ride home. Can you stop sending your assassins after me, please? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'll tell them to go to your house directly instead of to your car. And like lots of face talent has either like the, you know how like the Origins EN does like the 3D things. So they're around in Tokyo when they have that. And even the other talents from other gens, they do come to Tokyo like once a year or once in 2 years or so. So, oh, it's because we're all otakus, right? So it's actually just gonna be easier for me to see them. And I'm excited for that. I'm really looking forward to see all of them. I have seen quite good amount of them, I feel like. I've seen not most of them, but kinda most of them, if it makes sense. What the heck? What the heck? This ain't gonna fit! This ain't gonna fit! Are you gonna flash? No, I'm not! I don't flash. Nah, I don't think this is gonna work ever. Me brain tired. Me have tired brain. Have you flashed most of them? No! It's only Clara and Uruka that I actually did like a flashy kind of thing. To you, I was completely naked. I'm gonna explain it again because I didn't know how to make the shower work. And I needed help, right? It was such an odd shower. Trust, like seriously, it's such an odd shower, the shower that the B&B had. It was like, you adjust the temperature and then the water is like still coming from like the down one, right? But you want the one from the top, the shower. And what you gotta do was like, there's nothing to actually like move around anymore except like adjusting the water. So I was completely stuck and I asked for help. That's the reason why she saw me naked. But to turn on the shower, you needed to pull the ring around from the jacuzzi. Wait, my English. Yeah, the tap, the faucet. So there's like a weird thing around the faucet and you're supposed to pull that. How do you figure that out? Right? It's completely like, it looks like it's part of the faucet. You can't even tell if that's the one you gotta pull. Normies could figure it out. No! So I needed help. And thankfully, Yu's room was like right next to ours. It was attached. All the threes were actually kind of like connected in a way. It was such a weird house. Didn't like the layout. So I knocked on Yu's door and I was like, hi, I need help turning on the shower. And she was like, oh yeah, I completely forgot to explain to you. My bad. Yeah, this is a weird one, isn't it? And I was like, yeah. Even as a deer who lived in North America, it's weird. But 98% of the world's population would just put a towel on. It was a brand new, like, it was a just clean towel and I was sweating that day. I don't want to put towel on my sweaty body before I showered. I'm quite hygiene about this. I don't want to get on my bed and my sweaty body, so I try not to lay down until I take a shower. I don't use the towels until like after shower, of course, right? Put your clothes back on. I already put it in like the used laundry bag. I already put it in the laundry bag with my pants. I don't want to wear a t-shirt that my pants were like right next to it. It's your own body sweat. It's disgusting. I don't like anything that comes out of my body. And by the way, I feel like feel like you guys hesitate more being naked in front of people because you guys don't have the culture of onsen. Here, hot springs, it's completely normal to be naked. So being naked in the shower and in front of other people doesn't really feel that strange. It doesn't really feel that strange because that's what you do in the onsen. If it's bathing, then I'm not really that embarrassing to show my bare naked body because that's what you do at onsens. I gotta figure this out. I don't feel like I can. I don't feel like I can though. Only one reason that I was embarrassed showing my naked in front of you on the first day was because, like, when I went to ask for the shower thing was because, like, I'm not confident in my body. And I have, like, super sensitive skin. So most of the time the skin condition is not great. That was, like, the only reason that I was, like, so embarrassed. Other than that, it's shower. So it's kind of like a bathing occasion. Aloha! What even fits here? What skinny dude fits here? Where do I put a chunky one? Well. Well. Am I stuck again? I am. Oh no. What's the name of this game? Oh, dogs organized neatly. Such a cute game, isn't it? Oh, should I? Such a cute game, isn't it? Hi, British people, if there's any British out there. Love you all, by the way, love you all.シューマイくんみたいな顔するんだね、ニコニコ笑顔になると。マジでどうやってやるんだこれ。どうやってやるんですか？わからない。本当にわからない。マジで？これダメ？違うの？ That's not right. You're too lewd for British people. What? Are all the British people in their puberty yet? Are you guys like teens? Are you telling me British are teens? 違う気がするんだよな、これは。これ入らんよな。They're actually Miso. I'm like, Yaoi, what do you mean by that? They're not! They're not! They are not. I'm pretty sure there's lots of lewd British VTubers out there as well. Do the Brits read Yaoi? Of course they do! Of course they do! There's no country that no one reads Yaoi. There's at least one person that reads Yaoi in every single country. I'm pretty sure even in North Korea there's someone who reads Yaoi. Of course secretly though. I don't think Kim Jong will allow that, so I don't think Kim Jong. I cannot imagine Kim Jong liking those. What if? Never mind. I tried to say, what if there's like a Kim Jong BL doujin, and I actually have seen someone posting about it on Twitter before, and it went viral because people were like, "Ew, what are you doing?" I was also in shock when I saw. I was like, "What? People actually make those?" Few years ago, it was quite big. Making yaoi of like the presidents and the prime ministers of the world, of the countries. It was quite big somehow. There was like one circle who did that, and the people liked it. Of course, because it was funny, right? I tried to joke about it, but then I immediately remembered that it actually exists. Actually exists, man. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe what I saw when I saw it for the first time. And of course I didn't read it. I was like, ew, no, nah. That's not what I read. And again, I like handsome dude with regular dude. That's my favorite hashtag. Presidents, there's no handsome president in the world. I'm so sorry. I gotta be honest. There's no handsome president in the world. There's no good-looking president in the world, so not appealing to me. Konnichiwa. Do you like other hashtags besides handsome guy, regular guy? I like one called Shuchakuzeme, but I don't know how to say that in English. You consume too much yaoi. I don't really talk about yaoi outside, okay? Like, there's no way I can talk about it, because what I like is very, very niche. What I read is very niche, because it's original novels on Pixiv or on like those websites that each like what Kiriban to ka aru ne? So like what the one that each author makes by themselves, their home pages. So even if I want to talk about it, people won't know. They won't have any idea what I'm talking about unless I find someone that's like that has a really similar taste with me. So I generally just don't talk about it most of the time. too niche. It's very niche. Because if it's like fan-made type of it, then it'll be popular, right? Because I think you guys might have seen of it before, but you know, like all those Shonen Jump kind of, especially the sports manga, most of them has some yaoi fan-made mangas or novels too. But what I like is not those. I like a completely original one that you can find on Pixiv or so. But those ones are like too niche that people don't read it unless they actually like are a Fujo. What other hobbies do you have? I like Disney in general. Like Disney Resort outside the theme parks. So going to Disney here and there is good, but it's too expensive, so I can't really go that often anymore. Hanging out with my friends, window shopping, looking around like Loft and Tokyo Hands, checking out like the new cosmetics is kind of fun to do sometimes. Strolling around Muji, I like doing that. Eating food is like a huge hobby of mine. Cooking, I do enjoy it, but I don't enjoy cooking to someone else because I get nervous. Like, what if they don't like what I make? What if I actually have bad taste buds? I get nervous, so I don't really cook for others. I just cook more for myself. I like Peanuts a lot, like Snoopy. So I have Snoopy merches. It's my favorite character in the world, Snoopy, because it's a dog. It's a cute dog. I like going to shrines and temples, Jinja Bukkaku. There's like a stamp that you can collect called Goshuin, and I like collecting that. Yeah. Yeah. I used to really like watching movies at movie theaters. Not in Canada though, so I'm trying to get back to that. I'm trying to get back to the watching movies at the theaters habit. Alerts are turned off? Wait, what? No? It might be the link being dead again. Sometimes the link just automatically, like, suddenly dies for no reason that I gotta grab a new link. So yeah, I love watching movies at the theaters, but I'm so sorry, but the behaviors in Canada weren't good. At least the theaters that I went to weren't good at all. People they just like casually take out their phones and they casually start chatting in the middle of the film, and I hated it so much, so I didn't go to the theaters that often in Canada. But since I'm in Japan back again, I might go back. Like seriously, I don't get it, but it was so bad in my nearby theater, the closest theater back in Canada. I'm like, I don't get it at all though. Like seriously, what was wrong about that theater? They just didn't do it. The customers who came to watch the movie didn't know how to behave like. And that just really pissed me off, and I didn't want to go in there. So I tried to avoid going to theaters as much as possible. Weasley, thank you for the super chat. So perfection is your hobby? No, why? I know I can't be perfect. Okay, stream elements. Please. Okay. Does it work now? I don't know. I hope so. I did re-put the link. If it's not, I don't know. It's some... It's something about stream elements, I think. I'm gonna mute for a bit. Okay. So yeah, my hobby is like that. I want to go back into cooking though. Ever since I moved to my new house, I'm not like used to the new kitchen yet. Of course, right? So I haven't actually picked it up again. But I want to. It takes time for me to get... I'm so good at adapting, but it takes time for me to adapt to the kitchen. Kitchen's like the one place that I cannot adapt for quite a long time. It really requires time. I don't even know why. It just doesn't feel right to cook in another kitchen, so... But I wanna go back into cooking again. There's so many foods I wanna cook. I actually wanna start baking. I don't know why my sister went fancy on the microwave slash oven kind of thing. My sister kind of went fancy on that. She was like, "Hey, I want something that I can actually bake," and I'm like, "You're not even gonna bake that anything serious." She says she does, and she just never actually bakes. But yeah, since she wants to go back, she got like a kind of like a fancy one, and thanks to that, it looks like I can bake now too. So I feel like I want to catch up on that again. 小石か、昨日お疲れ様でした。おとついもね、そして準備の時からありがとうございました。I want to try... Okay, there's one thing that I realized that you can't really find here in Japan that I'm definitely gonna miss because I love it. It's the American cookies. You know, like the American chewy, chunky cookies? I love those. I love those. Personally, for cookies, I feel American cookies is the best. More than the Japanese, more than the Brits. This is my personal opinion though. I just love the American cookies. Like snickerdoodles? No, like Costco oatmeal raisin cookie. Those type of cookies. I love it so much. The chewier, thicker, like Costco one is thin, but I like it thicker actually. You know, like when you go like a cookie store and they have like the chocolate chip cookie that's chunky, chewy, gooey. That's what I like when it comes to cookies. That's what I want for cookies. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to find those in Japan because in Japan it's like thin, crispy cookies. Kind of like the opposite of what I like. So yeah, the soft baked ones. So I want to try making it on my own to get the one that I like. It's gonna be tough if I want to buy it. Even if they sell it around me, it's pricey. So it's actually cheaper for me to make it. So I'm like, why not try, right? Why not try? I'm so excited. I really like the soft baked cookies. Of course the crispy ones are good too. It's good. But just, it hits different. It hits different. If you're American, I think you'll get what I'm talking about. But those are the cookies that we like, right? Those are the cookies that we grew up eating, so... That's what I like, and that's what I want. Could be a good idea for hand capture, even though you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. You know. Yeah, I don't like showing my skin. I don't feel comfortable showing my skin. I'm not gonna show you my skin. And it's gonna be really difficult for me to do a cooking stream here. Actually, more difficult than my previous house. But I don't know. There are quite good amount of girls who lives around in Tokyo. So if it's like off collab with them, and if we can do a cooking stream in their house, there's a chance. Of course, I'll be wearing gloves. But if it's their house, there's still a chance. My house, no, it's never gonna happen. Even if I show you, it's gonna be like food that I already made. Just a picture of it. And that's not even a high possibility. Probably not. I don't feel comfortable showing what I cook. Because there's gonna be at least one dude who complains about it, and I'm gonna get one guide, I'm gonna lose confidence again. It's just gonna circle. I don't want that! I'm sorry guys, I easily get one guide, like extremely easily get one guide, especially for something I'm not confident about. So if I do that, and if someone tells me like, hey, your cooking sucks, I'm gonna be like, oh no, my cooking sucks! I'm gonna start crying. Your favorite dish to cook? Weirdly and oddly, I like making subuta, Japanese arranged subuta. The sweet and sour pork, the Chinese food, but it's like the Japanese arranged version. I mean, weird and oddly, I like making that. It's not my favorite dish, but I made it quite a good amount of times, and people liked it, or that one. Like, I just mostly followed the recipe. I can cook, actually. I can cook okay. I'm not gonna say I'm the best chef, but I can cook definitely fine. My mom likes my miso soup. Just that the miso that we bought now is different from the one that I used to use in Canada. Even in Canada, I always got like the important ones from Japan because I wanted to be the authentic. I wanted it to make the authentic miso soup, right? And personally, I like my miso soup quite strong. It's because of the area that I'm from, which makes absolute sense if you know what I'm talking about, because we use the strong, dark miso. So I like the miso to be stronger, to have like the stronger aromas, taste. So even if it's like the mixture, which we call like the awase miso, there's like a little bit stronger shade and like the darker shade and lighter shade. I prefer the darker shade. I personally like a darker shade of awase or inaka miso or aka miso. Those are the three misos that I like. Right now we have like the lighter shade of the awase miso, which I personally am not a fan of. I can drink it, I can eat it, yeah, it's good, but it just doesn't feel right to me. And yeah, because of that, I just like, I haven't made miso soup here because I'm like, nah, that's not the type of miso I like. If I get the proper miso, I can make it quite good, actually. Miso otaka. This is quite like a common thing for Japanese people to have, like your favorite type of miso. It's not even like an otaku or anything. Depends on where you grew up though. Everyone, like every single area has their like own miso or like the miso they prefer. And what happens is that like in the northern Tohoku region and also I think around in Kyoto, some people use this white miso. White miso, I'm so sorry, but I'm not a fan of it. I tried like twice in my life. It was too sweet for me. I was like, nah, this is not like the miso that I imagine of. So when I tasted it, it just felt not right somehow. But to them, the miso that I like, they think it's too salty. But it's so normal for me because that's what my area eats. Sweet, yeah, white miso is quite sweet, a little bit bland compared to the others, especially compared to aka miso, which I love. Aka miso is like the strongest miso that I can find, basically. Inaka is kind of strong, but not as strong as aka. Aka is like the strongest one, the red miso. Red miso, I use it for tonjiru. The tonjiru is like miso soup with pork in it, and just that and rice. It's a meal, basically. It's so good. I love tonjiru. Tonjiru has to be made with red miso. I don't eat any other tonjirus. I just can't accept it. It feels so off if it's not made with red miso. But that's like really a regional thing. In the Kanto region, most of the people uses awase, the mixture. Actually, nowadays, most of the places in Japan, they use awase. Even though my family uses awase, right? But we just use like we just try to use like the darker shade of the awase if we can find it. Oh my gosh, I can yab about miso. I actually might be a miso otaku. It's so fun. Miso tastes so good. I love it. I feel like this is close. It must be actually. My brain. I can yap, but I can't do the puzzles anymore, so it must be close. Please. I can yap, but I cannot think. I got it. I want to finish it around here. Please. No, not fitting. Miso, how's this? Nope. Oh yeah, but no think. Yeah, that's what's happening. I want to finish this stage at least before I end the stream. Hi, Miss Yuri. Hello. Hope you're having a nice day so far. Okay. Nah. How's that? How's this? Oh no. This doggo, I can't flip it. Only if I can flip the doggo, it would be easy. No. Quite close though, I feel like. What's it? What? Am I not doing it correctly? 何が違うんだここの。So yeah, and what were we talking about? Oh, my hobbies. So yeah, that's quite about my hobbies. I want to add baking to my hobbies in the future, but yeah, it's like window shopping, traveling for sure. I love traveling, going on trips, vacations, hanging out with my friends, hanging out with the people I like. Hanging out with you guys. Eating. Lots of eating. Cooking is somewhat okay if I don't need to make it for the others. I enjoy it then. Yeah. So if we remove the VTubing Yaoi from Yaoi, she might have a chance at being a normie maybe. That's what I'm talking about! That's what I've been saying! I'm just such a normie. If we remove those two big points. Snow Taku-san, thank you. ありがとうございます. Thank you for that you randomly come in and drop a big support. Thank you! ありがとうございます。I was about to say I wonder who you are, but you're a snowman. I can see. Frosty the snowman has a very shiny nose. Nope. Frosty the snowman. Does anyone remember Goosebumps? Wasn't there like an episode of the Snowmans? That was so scary to me as a kid, and ever since that, there was like one time that I was low-key, I was like mid-key scared and afraid of snowmans. All thanks to Goosebump. The story series. And I was just scared of it. I remember the episode. There's an episode of like the snowmans, I think, going across the street and going up to the mountains to chant something, and they were like killing people on the way or something like that. And I read it when I was a kid in the library, at the school library, and I got like so scared. Luckily, the area that I grew up, they didn't have snow. There was no way they snow. If they did, it was like the end of the earth, end of the world. So, luckily, I didn't need to encounter any snowmans until I grew up. So, I was fine, but yeah. Also, you're just dating yourself. I'm so single? How can you date your own self? Wait, Goosebumps? Oh, you're talking about oh, never mind. That was so dumb what I just said. Goosebumsization. It's not. I just watched it 2 years ago. There's a 2023 TV series. I totally did not just Google this. I totally did not Google this, but what if I watched the one that came out 2 years ago? On Disney Plus and Hulu. There's Goosebumps. The Vanishing. Which premiered on Disney Plus and Hulu on January 10, 2025. And it just ended this month. Yeah, that's what I've been watching, Goosebumps. Totally, right? You said you watched it as a kid. I can be 5 years old anytime. I'm a VTuber, right? マジで一生これやってるんだけど、なんでこんなに難しいの? And by the way, I grew up reading the Goosebumps, not watching it. You don't age beyond 19 until you hit 70 plus. You're so right. You're so right. Cause like the friends that's around the same age as me and that are from like US somehow looks older than me.この子とこの子がマジで結構難しい。の足しびれちゃったよ。今行儀悪いけど椅子の上で正座してたから足しびれちゃった。痛いよ、痛たたたいよ、マジで痛い。やめた方がいいと分かってるのにさ、ついついやっちゃう時あるよね。This ain't gonna fit here. No, please let me finish this stage. I remember getting stuck on this stage back in Vancouver as well, and that's the reason why we paused here, and it just like cannot ever finish. Oh my gosh, is this a nightmare? But it's with doggos, so it's not a nightmare. It's a happy mirror. And I finished! Finally! How long did it take me to do this one single stage? Oh my gosh. My brain's so bad. It's a poop right now. I just can't do anything. Why did I move on to the next one? Oh my gosh, they have Dachshund. I love Dachshund. So cute. Long. There's like one Dachshund nearby my house, I think. I think they live nearby because I see them walking a lot. Quite often. And like, it's so long. It's so long. It's one of the probably the longest Dachshund that I ever saw in my life. It's so long. So cute. It's like Costco hot dog. It's not like the IKEA hot dog. It's a Costco hot dog. The sausage dog? Yeah, but I mean like the length of it's like Costco size. So cute. I love it so much. I wanna see that boy again. I don't know if it's a boy or girl having this. I should. Sugoi-san, thank you for joining us at the Hunting Club. Mwah! そう、このダックスフンド見て思い出したんだけどさ、あれなんだよね。なんか家のあたりにそのワンちゃん散歩させてる人がいて、マジでこれぐらいの長さのねダックスフンドがいるんよ。めっちゃ可愛くって、マジ長い子を散歩させてる人がいるの。なんかそのコストコのサイズみたいな長さの子で超可愛くって、しかその子大好きなんだけど、お名前まだ聞いてないんだよね。Do you prefer a big dog or a small dog? I do like big doggos actually. I love all doggos, don't get me wrong. I love every single doggos. But personally, I really like big doggos, though owning a big dog in Japan is not realistically possible. You gotta have a big house, and it's not easy to find that size of house or build it. So I think like right now my apartment does not allow having pets. So even if I get a chance to move out and move into apartment that allows, it has to be a small one. It has to be a small one. So actually owning a dog in Japan, the breed options are quite narrow. You don't really have a variety of it because of the living situations. move to countryside. Even so, unless you have your own house, even unless you build your own house, mostly if it's like the multi-complex type of like apartment or so, they will only allow smaller dogs. So I need to have my house. And we all know, because we're all Gen Z or Gen Alpha, but that's like ridiculously expensive nowadays, right? Especially for us to have it. So I would love to, but I don't think it's really realistically possible. It'll be amazing if I can. That'll be my absolute dreams come true. So yes, I actually do need to live in the rural areas of Japan. Even though I'm quite like a city girl, I actually am. I gotta move just for the doggos, but it's definitely worth it, right? Because it's for the doggos. Would you still live near Tokyo? There are rural areas near Tokyo, but I don't think I'll live like near, but it'll be nice if I can like, if it's like an accessible distance, like by car. Because if I want a dog, I should have a car, right? Oh gosh, does that mean I gotta start practicing driving? No. I gotta practice driving for the dogs. But if it's for the dogs, I feel like I can do it. Just for the dogs. And I heard in Japan you can buy old houses and renovate them. I already forgot. Oh, there are, but I will say without the knowledge of Japanese architecting law or whatever it's called, don't do. I see lots of TikToks that like an American dude just randomly buys it and flips it. And most of them, they cannot rent it to people. Even if they're doing it under, because they're not supposed to. Because the laws are different, right? With needing adherence to certain laws, yeah, right? Then they go like, hey, I know how to do it. I used to do it all the time in the States, and like, but it's different, and they don't know. So even if you flip it, what happens is that the structure is not strong enough to stand the earthquake in Japan, so it's gonna collapse. Then why live in a house that you know is gonna collapse, right? So I'll say if you want to renovate a house, get some Japanese that knows how to do and make them help. Don't do it just by your own. Never do it just by your own. Or you gotta renovate it again, so it's just gonna be double costing. You don't wanna renovate it again. After you renovated it once, right? And personally, like overall, I still won't recommend people living in the countryside, rural side, especially if you never lived in Japan. Don't just like randomly choose a rural side. Cause yes, there are kind people, there are very nice, but language barrier is super thick. You gotta be able to speak Japanese. Definitely. And as a deer who lived in the rural side before, like that's where my hometown is, so what happens is that I moved back from like an English community back to my hometown once. People thought I was a spy somehow. There were quite a good amount of people who thought I was an American spy, and they avoided me first. They won't think like that. They were stupid for that, but they will probably not be really friendly, most of them, because you're an outsider. Doesn't matter even if you're from like whatever else country. If you're an outsider, you're an outsider. You're gonna stay outsider forever until you have kids there. So if you're ready to get married, have some kids there, and if you're like fluent in Japanese, then I think it's a good idea to move to the countryside because it's a lot more peaceful. Like there are other things that are not peaceful, but most of the parts are peaceful. Other than that, I would not recommend. To be honest, that's my like honest opinion. But of course, if you like the atmosphere, ambience, the vibe there, just go ahead. But people that's Japanese and who moves to like the rural side from Tokyo, they also get treated like an outsider because they are an outsider, right? They don't belong to that small, close community. Is it easy to find the girlfriend in the countryside asking for a friend? Not really. Because, okay, the countryside girls, most of them are already married because they just married a boy that they've been dating from middle school and they have kids around like 22. So by the time that you go and if you try to find like a girl that's like the same age as you, they mostly, high chance they're mostly married and they have kids. No, not really. Maybe I would just scope out the Japanese rural countryside for single ladies. What? And like Japanese ladies from countryside? No! I would not do that. And by the way, I'm not in touch with my hometown people anymore, because... Just because. So I do not know how they're doing. I hope they're doing fine. Okay. I'm not really interested, so I'm like, whatever. Personally, I can't live in like a super countryside anymore. It has to be somewhat close to the city or in the city. If it's like extremely out in the mountains, I cannot. Even the relationships there are very tiring because all the people are watching each other all the time. So when you talk to someone else, you get filled with like dramas and information that you're not even interested about of your neighbors. And you didn't even ask for that. They just start yapping about it. And of course, they do the same thing to you too. When you're not present, they're gonna be like spreading rumors about you. That's completely not true. It's nonsense, bullshit, but they just make up. Because they saw like a tiny bit of something throughout the window. And they make up a story, full story, and they spread it around. Well, they know each other. No, they do not know each other. They make up stories about each other. And they believe it's true. And then it turns out that then they make it true. Even if it's fake, even no matter how much you try to explain that that's not what happened, they would not listen to you. Because it's not fun. The truth is always not fun. They want fun. That's not unique to rural folk. Yeah, but Tokyo, they don't because they're not freaking interested in their neighbors. They don't care about it. They don't simply care about the people around you, so. And the rural side, there's no entertainment, and the only entertainment is like the dramas and shit, so they do that all the time. And the schools it might, but if you're like, if you don't school, then it doesn't really happen. If you just live in like an apartment, have your own life, go to workplace, hang out with your friends, then it doesn't happen. At school, yeah, it does, because it's a school. School is a close community. If you don't belong to, like, at workplace, it happens, right? But if you live in the rural side, what happens is that it happens at school, it happens at your workplace, it happens at your neighbors. And all the three are in the same area, so it overlaps in everything. People knows everything about you, and you know everything about them. And some people likes it that way. Some people feels a little bit uncomfortable, and I feel uncomfortable. My friends knowing where I was the other day without even like talking about, explaining about it, because they're like cousins saw me or something. Why do you need to report? But they do. What? Yeah, they do. They're like, oh hey, I saw your friend the other day. And they just like call them just to say that. And they go like, they were buying this. It's quite pricey. Seems like they're rich, aren't they? And I'm like, no. We got a coupon for that, so that's the reason why we bought it. But then they start like talking about how we actually might have money, which is so fake. And then they start to say they're different from us. That's what happens. At least for my hometown, that wasn't. I don't like my hometown. I like the food there. I love the food there. I will never live there again. Like, never ever in my life. The food was good. The culture was good. The human, I did not. I'm so sorry. I couldn't get along with them. I was just like so tired every day. I'm like, oh, what are you going to talk about me now? If you like that, it's a perfect place. If you want to know every single bits about your neighbor, it's the perfect place. Yeah, especially if you're a streamer, there's no way you can live on the countryside. Or like, unless you go like extreme countryside, that there's like no neighbors around you. If it's just like a little bit rural side of Japan, then there's no way you can stream. People will find you out like immediately who you are. You gotta live in the city or extremely countryside, that there's nothing around you. But then that's extremely inconvenient, so I personally don't like that too. That's the reason why I want to live in like a city that's not too big, but that's like an accessible distance to Tokyo or Nagoya or Osaka. Well, Sapporo's a big city, man. Sapporo's a big city. Sapporo, I feel like it's good, but the downside of living in Hokkaido is that when you buy something online, the shipping fee will cost extra sometimes, and it takes more time. So unless like, if you're okay with that, I think it's good. But if you do lots of online shopping, then maybe not. It usually takes extra day or two. Sometimes it might go up to a week to get an item delivered. How about Nara? Narase is actually quite nice. Except the you can say this to like every single prefecture now, but except the over tourism that's going on, it's really nice. You call city a prefecture, yeah? No, we call states prefecture. City is a city. Konnichiwa, お会いできて嬉しいです。素敵な一日をありがとうございます。ジョシュアさんもね、素敵な一日を過ごせますように。Yeah, we don't have states in Japan, it's prefectures. And even the prefectures, there's actually 3 types. To, do, fu, ken. 4 types actually. So like, Hokkaido is a do, and Tokyo is a to, which the kanji to stands for capital. Or like where the big city, the main city is. It literally means that. And Osaka is, and Kyoto is fu, where the capital used to be. Are prefectures like provinces? In Canada, yes, it's provinces. Provinces, states, prefectures are almost the same thing. It's not exactly the same, but you can think of like being really similar by meaning. So how like the states has Washington, California, like that. We have Tokyo, Chiba, right? And how we have like British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, like that we have. Tokyo, Chiba, Saitama. It's way much smaller, but it's basically the same thing. And then we have what we call region. Regions like the Kanto region, Tohoku region, Tokai region. That's the region. Kanto, like Pokemon? Well, yeah, because it's based on... The name came from Kanto region. Like the actual Kanto. Region is bigger, right? So, like, for example, Kanto region, it's formed by Kita Kanto. There's Northern Kanto, Middle Kanto, and Southern Kanto. All of that is the Kanto region. So there's Ibaraki ken, Tochigi ken, Gunma ken, Chiba ken, Saitama ken, Tokyo to Kanagawa ken. Those 7 prefectures form Kanto region. My sister lives in Suginami. Suginami is a word, by the way, W-A-R-D word. So it's Suginami-ku. It's not a city. City is shi, we say in Japanese. So Mitakashi is a city in Tokyo. It's not really a suburb of Tokyo, by the way. Suginami is a big place. To me, my POV. It's really Tokyo. And my POV. People who lives in Tokyo say it's like, oh, Suginami is a suburb. There's nothing to do. For me, it is not. Even in Tokyo, if you go to Ome City, it's really a suburb. Like, there's nothing to do except there's a mountain. So it depends even on where in Tokyo. Akiruno and Ome really has nothing. Akiruno is just like a regular Japanese town, not really a suburb, like suburb, but not too urban. Ome is quite urban, not urban, the rural. It's quite rural. Akiruno is like okay. Ome is rural, like especially deep in the Ome, because you can go deep in the mountains. It's still part of the Ome city in Tokyo. It's just the mountains. It's just the mountains. There's no lights there. So even in Tokyo, there are places like that. Just that people don't go there because it's super inconvenient and there's nothing for the tourists. And I don't really want people to, like, I feel bad if it gets over tourism there because there's people living there. Close to city and not packed. That's like Akiruno City. That's not packed. Japanese don't even go there because there's nothing to do. It's only like a place to live and that's it. By the way, Ome, there are hotels, but it's only nearby the station. If you go down deep in the mountain, I don't think they have any hotels or any accommodations. Because if I remember correctly, the last time when I saw like Ome, like deep in the mountains, the TV, they show like 2 houses that the locals live, and that was it. So I don't know if you can go there actually. It would be nice if I could be a tourist there but be invisible so as not to bother natives outside of the major urban hubs where I like to enjoy the food. That's kind of impossible to do. Like, people will recognize you. People will recognize you no matter what. This is like a... Peppa questioned this to me actually, but this is like a weird thing of Japanese that I actually also do, and many Japanese do, but even in Japanese, within Japanese, we have different accents from like each areas, right? When we hear it, we ask where they're from. We must know, we gotta know where they're from. That's like in our DNA. We want to know, right? Yeah, that's like the first question that people are gonna ask. Where are you from? And the thing is, if they're not local, you're gonna be treated as a tourist or an outsider all the time. All the time. No matter how long you live there. Unless like you've lived there for like 20 years and you don't have any accents anymore. But this is a sad truth, but I think the same thing even in other languages. There are noticeable accents in my English too. Same for the people who's been studying Japanese. I'm so sorry, no matter how long you've been studying it, I could say like 90% of the people are higher, 95% of the people. I recognize the accent. I can hear it like immediately. Even a person who've lived in Japan for like 20 years or like 50 years, I still can hear the accent. So as long as you have that, people will draw a line a little bit in their heart. That's what's gonna happen. And that's how it works here. That's the nature of it. Again, like unless you have a child and you've been raising your child there. If you get married to a local person, have a child, raise your child in the same city and live there for like 10-ish years, then you might be part of the locals. But if you've been living alone and you've been moving around within Japan, you will be an outsider forever in every single areas. That's just the sad truth of how things are here. And I think that's kind of fair because it's an island. If you're a continent, it might have been different, but we're an island, so it's kind of fair to think about it. people coming from overseas is fairly a new idea for us. In the long history, we didn't have people coming and living here for a very long time. So I think it's fair, but I'm not gonna say if it's good or bad because everyone has their own opinions on that. But it's just still fairly a new idea compared to most of the countries. So people are just simply not used to it. Japanese made sure, not with stores, we completely shut down our country once. We completely locked it out once. There was a time that we didn't even do any exchanges or importing anything at all, nothing at all. The only two countries that was allowed to deal with us was Portuguese and the Netherlands. Those were the two that we were in touch with for quite a good time. For quite a good period. Those were the only two countries that we were in touch with. And we shut down to all the rest of the countries back then. So yeah! We have special bonds between the Netherlands, actually! Yay! Netherlands also has special bonds with us. So like we're kind of like used to be friends. I'm not sure how it is now, but they do think they see us special, we see them special. Mutual mindset between Japan and Netherlands. Yeah, it's kind of cute. How they're still being like mutuals. Because in Japanese, Netherlands, so Netherlands changed their name officially to Netherlands, and they made like an actual official announcement to the international. But what happened is that Japan got a special treatment. So, Netherlands, you know there's an area called Holland, right? But that's only like a specific area, but it used to be the country's name for like at least some countries called it Holland, the country of Netherlands. We used to call it Holland. And Holland is kind of hard to say that in Japanese, so in Japan we called it Oranda. I don't know where that came from, but we called it Oranda. But since Holland doesn't represent the entire country, Netherlands changed their name, which I think it's a great idea to do, because the people who doesn't live in the Holland area will feel left out, right? So they changed it to the Netherlands. But what happens is that Japanese were too used to calling them Oranda, and Oranda doesn't even sound like Holland now. And forcing us to change it to Nezarando, it kind of sounds very, very difficult. So they gave special permission to us. So we are officially allowed to keep calling them Oranda. By the country and by the citizen, they were okay. They're okay with Japanese calling them in a unique way. And like, to be honest, if it's Nezarando, it kind of sounds like it kind of sounds too fantasy, like what you will read in those like isekai mangas. Yeah, that's a cute story, right? I love that story. It's so cute. They were like, oh. They said okay to us, calling them in a very unique, weird name. I don't even know why we call them Oranda, but we do. Nezaland is too Disney. Yeah, it sounds similar to Neverland. Like Nezaland, especially if you say in Japanese. So when I hear Nezaland in katakana in Japanese, I don't know why, but I like Peter Pan just pops up in my brain, and I'm like, no, this is not. And like Brits too. Brits in Japan also has like a special bond sometimes, because like Japan copycatted the Brits structure when we started to become more westernized and modernized. We learned many things from Britain, so the Great Britain. So it's interesting, isn't it? But you know what? Sorry, I can't talk any much more than this. Not because it's gonna be political, it's because I don't know history. My lack of knowledge. Pardon. I avoided history. I've avoided history as much as I can do in my life. I suck at history. I just couldn't do it anymore. That's the reason why I was taking physics and chem and all those like scientific ones. I was like, no, I don't want to do history, and I ran away from it and just went to, and I was kind of like a STEM girl in academy. This must be here, right? Or is it not? Oh, the dog's fun! I wish they had like clues, or like at least like a little bit. ちょっとぐらいヒントがあってもいいのにな、このゲームとも難しい。Trade history for space things? I wasn't really interested in space neither. I actually really enjoyed regular chem. And did I tell you the story of like I really hated history, but I need to take at least one social studies courses, and like one of the options was taking geology. Geology was like half science and half social, so it was considered as socials, but what we did was more about a little bit more like a little bit scientific, and I thought that was better, but the teacher told me that we don't have enough students to start the class, to run the class, so I started to scout people out. I went to like my friend group and started to ask every single one of them. Like I was like, are you interested? Are you interested in the Mother Earth? You never. No, I did talk about this. I did talk about this on stream. I remember talking about it on stream. And yeah, I successfully got like 4 or 5 friends to join. And apparently because I was like doing that all around the school, other people got affected by it, and they also started to ask friends who wanted to take geology actually, but didn't have the courage to, because it's usually a class that gets canceled every single year. So at the end we had like 15 or 16 kids, and the teacher was so happy. I remember him saying like this is like the biggest class that he had in the past couple of years, the several years, and it made me sad. It made me sad. I was like, oh. But yeah, I successfully ran away from history. But I regret doing that actually. I should have taken history. Cause you know why? I had art as my electives, and what happens is that art, you gotta learn a little bit about art history during it. It's tied to history. Obviously, of course, but art history is tied to history. But I didn't know anything about history, so. I had a hard time in art history. history is not boring though, it was fun. Just that it was boring because I had to kind of like study about regular history too, but art history specifically is fun. I could tell you who my favorite painter is. By the way, I really like Jan van Eyck. I really like his art. Art is super gay. Should I have just done history? No, art is fun. Who? There's no way you don't know Jan van Eyck. There's no way. He's on the textbook. He's on the middle school art textbook. I don't know how to spell his name in English, actually. He's wait, I'm gonna type his name and try to hear the pronunciation in English because I have zero idea how to read his name in English. Jan van Eyck. Oh, it's mostly the same. He's the Belarusian painter. I just love his painting. There's like one painting I love. It's the Arunorufini Fusaizo. I just love it so much. I've been obsessed with this paint ever since I first saw it on the textbook. It's my favorite paint. It's my favorite painting. If anyone asks me what my favorite painting is, I always say this is the one. I just love it so much. I don't even know much about him, but I just love it. Like, this art is what I think is like the gorgeous, beautiful paint. And I took this class for art credit? No, it was just on electives. I just took it for fun. The teacher, although, like the art class teacher, seriously like recommended me to go into art school, but art school is expensive, so I said no. I wanted to, but I was like, I don't have the money for that, ma'am. I don't have the money for that, ma'am. It's so crazy expensive, right? The art schools. And I was like, nah, maybe in the future it sounds cool, but now I just can't. Jan van Eyck. Yes, that's the correct spelling. There's no way you've never seen his art. There's no way. 男性の肖像なり不細像なりは見たことあるはずだよね。受胎告知も書いてんだよ。英語でがわからない。But like the art history I did in Asian training school, the academy, was more about like the local artists. These like international famous European painters, I've learned it in middle school. So I only know in Japanese for that. First time hearing the name? Oh my goodness, what does the American school teach you guys then? Who do you guys learn about? If you don't go to classics, who do you guys learn about? Nothing? You learn no art history in art classes? Like, anyone who's taken art class What do you remember from art history? Like any painter that's remarkable? Or did no one take art class? Did no one take art class? I thought art class was one of like the popular classes to take, right? Drama and art. By the way, I've took both. I only did drama for a few months though. Cause it was like end of the semester kind of when I got enrolled. And I was like, go with whatever. Drama was so fun. I would do it again, definitely. It was so fun. That was like the only class that the popular cool kids were kind to me. Drama. Because I was doing good actually in drama class. The teacher liked me a lot. My acting was apparently not bad. It was alright. So the kids were kind to me only during that class and I was so happy. They were like, oh, she's a new kid. So they didn't talk to me at first. They weren't even like trying, like they weren't looping me in and anything. But after we did like the monologue, their attitudes changed. They became kind to me suddenly. And it was so fun. I'm like, damn, yeah. I enjoyed it, personally. Yeah, drama kids were really cool to hang out with, but there were only like 2 kids from the same grade. The others were either older or younger than me. So I couldn't really like get in. Outside of the drama class. I took art history in college in the US. Oh! That's amazing! If I go back to university in like the future, I seriously kind of consider taking art history. But like, you got, by the way, in Japan, to take art history, you gotta be good at art. Because I feel like knowing art history will enrich my life. When I go to like art museums and things, I feel like it'll be way much more fun. If I go back schooling to finish off school, what would I do? What would you guys do if you? What would you guys major if you can go back to school? If you're like gonna go back to school in the future, like if hypothetically speaking in the future. Computer science? Oh no. My nightmare, my actual nightmare. But yeah, money-wise, it's smart. You're gonna make lots of money if you can graduate. Business and finance? Finance is cool. Robotics, maybe? Oh, you guys are really looking in the future, huh? In college? College, university, whatever. Post-secondary. Astrophysics? Cool! I'll say there's one thing that I'm really interested in, but that's really tied to history. I'm so doomed. I gotta do history now. Ever since I became an adult, ever since I grown up, I started to like be interested in more like things that's like really connected to history. So but I don't want to major in history, right? That's different. But yeah, I'll say like art history, or there's one that I really want to, but it's really kind of, it's a tiny bit political, so I'll just say politics. Plus, like, having actual political knowledge and shit talking about them, I think that's gonna be like the peak if I major in politics. Usually in Japan, it's politics and financial. some of it's just combined, so it's gonna be those. But yeah, I'll say for me, if I'm gonna go back to school, it's gonna be art history or politics and financial, or media. Because I've heard that media, if you major in media, you gotta watch like a black and white silence movie for like, that's 4 hours length. And you gotta write an essay about that. And that sounds so fun. I want to do that. I love watching those like classic films. It's so fun. You already do that. I kind of do because I watch classic films because I like it. But being able to share that with like people, because like your friends are also gonna watch that, right? Because it's the homework. You gotta watch that. What type of media? The film? Oh, my stomach. I'm getting hungry. Or it's actually gonna be chemistry. Ironic. I thought chemistry was not my cup of tea, but it might be. Because I don't know. I don't know if I enjoyed it or not, to be honest. But it was definitely one of the easiest things that I ever learned in my life. So it might be chemistry. The one big no is physics and math. I'm never gonna do anything related to physics and math and bio. Bio sucks. Bio's the worst. Bio is the worst thing to do, in my opinion. Bio is just terrible. It's horrible. It just simply doesn't make sense. And it's all memorizing. And nobody explains it. You ask and they're like, it is what it is. I'm like, okay, that's not an explanation. Bio is the worst. It's just so hard as, yeah, right? It's hard as F. I hope never, ever, ever. So like, the sad thing is that for what I did, which I didn't complete it because it was too expensive, the tuition, goodbye, was that the problem that he had was that, cause I ran away from bio 2 and I kept avoiding it. Apparently, like, the school was like, hey, I kind of need you to take this bio class. Because I was in the scientific kind of field, and they were like, I need you to at least pass this bio class, and they enrolled me in the bio, which I sucked at. I literally just failed. I couldn't do bio, and the tuition was expensive, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it a pause here, and I put it a pause. So like, bio is one thing that I just simply cannot do. I learned it the hard way, like really the hard way. By losing money and time, I learned that bio is one thing I cannot do. But when I look back at my life, it made sense because like ever since middle school, I couldn't do bio. I had passing grade, but it was passing grade. The other science things, I had over passing grade. I was either good at it or doing better than the average. But bio, I was on the line the entire time. So there's no way for me that I could have ever done it. So actually, would it be so funny if I become a doctor? What if I actually start challenging myself and become a doctor? I might be able to patch you guys up. I might be able to patch you guys up. You guys come, visit the hospital, and I'm your doctor. You don't know where organs are. I have no clue. I only know heart, lung, that's it. But what if I become a doctor? Yeah, because that will kill you on the spot. By accident, of course, because I don't know where the organs are. Wait, if I like become a doctor and only do surgery towards like lone people, even if I fail, then no one can complain about it, right? If they have like no one. Yeah, I'm gonna be like Blackjack! Calm down, Squid Games. Don't worry, there's no way I can be a doctor. I don't know where my organs are. I don't know where my... Give me a random... I don't even know the names of the organs, okay? Tell me a random organ. I'll tell you where it is. Kidney. Probably... somewhere lower than your stomach. On the back? Probably. Can you feel... Wait, can you feel a kidney? Or is it something that you cannot feel? You can punch it. Oh, really? I don't know, though. That kind of sounds more like my bone. That's not where my kidney is. That's where my bone is. Behind the stomach? Where's my stomach? Here? No, that's still my spine. What? Where is my kidney? Oh yeah, so if you guys need anything, you know, come to Hakushika Hospital. Come to Hakushika Hospital. I will fix it and saw it and do everything up. By the way, the amazing thing is that no matter the language I don't know about my body, this is not a language problem. Even Japanese, I don't know about my body. I don't know what kidney is in Japanese, and I don't know where it is. I just simply don't know. This is what happens if you just keep avoiding bio for like your life. So you know what? If there's any kids out here listening to this, take bio class seriously. It's gonna help you. If you don't want to be a dot that doesn't know where its organs are, because it's embarrassing, right? I know I'm being like an embarrassing one right now. Then take your bio class seriously, please. Because like every time I do a doctor visit, I keep saying like, around here hurts. Because I don't know the name of it. And it's really embarrassing. That's like the big time that I regret not knowing about my body. Weasley, thank you for the super chat. Say Doc can give you this love letter to Michiru? What? You want to give the love letter to Michiru, our nurse here? No! No flirting with the nurse, please. And by the way, I saw someone saying just deal with meds. Actually, you know what's better than medicine? Is vaccination. Get vaccinated. I love getting vaccinated. It feels so fun. It feels like I'm a mutant. I try to like not take pills as much as I can somehow. I don't know. I'm okay with it, but I just like don't feel comfortable drinking it sometimes. But like vaccination is like so fun. I love the needles. I love the needles. Wait, thinking about it, I like touching people's veins. Like above the skin, of course. And I like needles. Should I just become a nurse? If I can become a nurse, I can like vaccinate people, right? But no, still I gotta study bio. But like if I can vaccinate people, that means I can touch their veins. I can handle needles. It's what I like. Oh, by the way, in Japan, if you're a nurse, you can do the vaccination. You don't need like the special phlebotomist thing. That's really like. I know in states you need to be in like a special position to do that, right? But not anywhere else. That's kind of like a US unique thing, I think. Mainly for drawing blood or blood tests? I have no clue, because that's a US unique occupation. That's a US unique one. Even for drawing bloods and blood tests, a nurse can do that. Like, blood tests, I might have to go to the doctor, but drawing bloods, a nurse can do that in Japan. That's like a US unique, so I have no clue. I have no clue, but yeah. I've heard that there's like, you need to, it's like a different, it's like, it's slightly different in states. I've heard that before. This is gonna be up or down, right? Has anyone solved this? Hi, hello. Salsa, what? This puzzle. We're doing puzzles. This is not just a yapping stream, we're actually doing puzzles too at the same time. Ooh, multitasking. Please do not point out the fact that my mouse wasn't moving for a very long time when I was yapping. I think I've done this before and it didn't go well. Yep. Wait. Does it? Does it not? Does it not? Does it not? It does not. It does not. Yeah. It just does not. What the? What? I feel like I'm close, so it gotta be something like this. Right? Alright. No, it doesn't fit. Ah! Your mouse wasn't moving while you were yapping. Shut up! It's just your imagination. You should go see a doctor to check out your brain. The brain doctor. Cause my mouse was moving. I was solving puzzles. I thought it was this. It's not. You telling me it's not? How dare you tell me this is wrong? I don't want Dr. Yuri touching my brain. Do you want to exchange the memory in our brain? Cause like my memory is pretty much doomed. It's running out of space right now. And I would appreciate getting a new one. I would appreciate so much. And I know you guys are willing to do that, right? Sacrifice your brain for the Oshi. I would never? What if it was for Larry? Would it still be a no? Yes? Okay, then we can do it for Larry. And while we take out your brain and try to replace it with Larry's, you won't know even if it's actually being replaced with mine. Thank you for the super chat. Should I take my one brain cell brain? No worries, I don't even have a one brain cell brain. I start to feel like more stupid every year because I keep forgetting things, or is this called aging? Is this the aging process? Yes? Oh my goodness. I'm aging? But no. I'm still very young and beautiful. I'm still very young and beautiful. I'm forever 20. I don't age. Only if I could flip this. You're a woman. Your mind and body are making for pregnant and getting rid of what's unnecessary. That's such a wild comment to make. But no, brain is necessary. Give me back my brain. Give me my brain back. I need my brain. What am I supposed to do without my brain? gosh, that's like such a wild comment. I'm like half ill, half disgusted, and half impressed. I thought you were forever 19? Whoa, 19 is not legal age in Japan. Well, like technically it's 20. No, technically it's 18. But drinking, smoking is from 20 in Japan. So if I'm 19 forever, I can't drink. And that's the reason why I changed it to forever 20. Sorry, I replied to something on Discord and I forgot what we were talking about. Where do we leave off? Oh, age, yeah. Being 20. Yeah, being 20 forever is nice. Got bad news for you. If you're over 25, dirty 30s are real and they hit hard. The 30s is the golden age! I'm actually looking so forward to become 30s because I love the 30s. This might sound wrong, but it's true! 30s are the sexiest of all! Thirties are when you have your life figured out. Hopefully! Yeah, hopefully. I don't know if I can do that, but I hope so. But like, even if not, 30s is the sexiest, so... I'm like, oddly looking forward to age and becoming my 30s, so maybe I can be sexy too. And like, people around me, everyone will be like so hot, right? And their 30s. Well, like, I think people in the 30s are hot, so. That's like one thing I'm excited about aging. I'm like, oh my, 30s, I can't wait for my 30s, which is like more than a decade ahead because I'm forever 20. Yay!わからないよ。これも1時間ぐらいかかるのか、もしかして。 Nope. What? No, not gonna fit. I want to finish this. 35. Why is this game so hard? It seems so easy and it's not at all. It's one of the most difficult puzzle games I ever done. The struggle on the success. This is a new stage! We moved on from stage 34 that I struggled in Vancouver. And here in Tokyo for an hour. We moved on from that. Stage level 35.ない。だけど当てはまるようなのが。この子たちがちゃんと入るのなんてあると。How do I do this? Oh, if I can flip it, man. Only if I can flip it. I keep saying this because, like, seriously, if I can flip it, it'll be so much more easier. No! The lone brain cell is overworked. Yeah, it has. It has been overworking. It looks soft. It's not though. It's not. This ain't gonna fit. What brain cell? My one and only lone brain cell. The one brain cell that I have. Helltaker, the one that really stressed me out was not the puzzle part. It was the gaming part, right? The puzzle itself, it was hard, but it was kind of fun. Spooky Nerdy Skellington, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. As someone who has a wiener dog, I confirm I had to play Tetris every night to go to sleep. Oh, that must be so cute. I love dog spoons too. Every single dog, I love it. You survived? You actually survived Vancouver? The place is dirty AF. It's not dirty. It's kind of pretty. Depends on where you go. Foods are good. Nothing fun about it, though. There's nothing fun about it. So, like, I've been having a richer life ever since I moved back to Tokyo. Not like, of course, financial wise. It's just like richer in my life itself. I can come up with something fun to do and actually go do it. Yeah, enrichment. Yay. But no, right now, not, because like I can't solve this. Where does this dog belong? It's either the top or the bottom, I feel like, but that might be wrong. My assumptions might be completely off. And I cannot tell. Here is pretty now in Japan. Prettier! I've also been pretty in Vancouver too. This is like the上が正解な気がするんだよな。そのダックスフンドは。ダックスフンドって名前にフンド入ってるの可愛いよね。別にフンドそんなしてるイメージないけど。どこに何を入れればいいんだ。マジでわからない。Again, I don't have a straight dog. That's like 3 blocks straight. No, this boy don't fit. No, this boy ain't gonna fit. Guys, I need help, please. Where does this boy belong to? What's wrong about this one? Oh no, I bumped into my mic. I was about to bow lightly and I went all the way. Chat, help me. I want to end this. I really need to go to eat and probably get some sleep. I don't remember. I hear that? I can't even talk. I can't even speak properly now. The hot dog goes bottom left? Okay, thank you. Here. Let's redo with that. Thank you so much. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do I hear some DIY sounds now? Wow, it used to be really quiet. Wow. I did it! Thank you so much! Dekita! Next, and I'm not gonna do this one. Oh, new marble! Cute! Found a new dog. It's Marble. Marble is an internet-famous doggo that once got lifted into the air by 72 balloon. Is that no? That does not sound safe. Marble, you fine? Okay, I'm gonna call it the end here for the game, though. Thank you very much for coming by. It was fun playing. You owe us now. Where's Apex then? Do you want what? I owe you guys Apex game? Playing Apex? Or do you want me to do something else? Do you like this game more than Helltaker? I like any games that has doggo involved and doggo's safe and cute. As long as you keep yapping, I can watch anything. Oh, thank you! Oh, what? I love these streams. Dizzy is doing inhaling wax and jewelry carving. I love those. I love rocks. If you didn't know, I actually have a few power stones. Some silver smithing is so nice. Let's go, Dizzy. I miss her so much. Dizzy! I need a good tight hug from her. Definitely not for the boobs. Definitely not for the boobs. But I need a good tight hug from her. I miss her. A good tight hug, so like, you know, a tight one that like the boobs and boobs just like squish to each other. I need that one. Me too. No! She doesn't give it out to you guys. She only gives it out to the face talents. Other face talents. Too bad. Okay. Anyways, thank you very much for coming. Sorry for the sudden change in the schedule today. It was originally Occult Club, Phasmophobia, but the ghost did something spooky and haunted Michiru's internet, which messed it up. So she couldn't connect her internet, strangely, but it's probably the ghost's fault. So we will see you guys again as Occult Club. When we decide the date, we will announce you guys. We'll update you guys when of the next date that we can hang around together. Mean Ghost, yeah. When Michiru gets her internet back, tell her it's no problem, nothing to worry about. Okay? Because it's the ghost's fault. Okay, other than that, I'll see you guys 19th PDT at 4:30 a.m. It's midnight because this is going to be a JP stream. I'll be talking about the Comic-Con and things. Yay! It's an after Comic-Con Zatazan. And on the 20th from 5 p.m. PDT, it's going to be a simple Zatazan to catch up. I've been going out a lot recently, so I'm going to be talking about those and things and the people I met maybe a little bit. And on the 21st from 4:30 a.m. I'm going to be playing Forza Horizon 4, the game that I kind of left off. I didn't finish it at all, but I'm going to go back because I feel like I want to race a little bit. And the biggest thing is that on 22nd PDT Friday, 5:30 p.m., I will be doing my birthday stream! Yay! It's the dearest birthday stream! It's a day later than my actual birthday because my actual birthday is on Thursday PDT, and it's kind of hard for people to catch if it's Thursday. So I decided to push one day back, so it's gonna be Friday afternoon. So after work, you guys, we can like roll and have fun, go hard on it. So even if I go up till like PDT midnight, it shouldn't affect you guys that much because it's gonna be Saturday the next day. Hopefully not. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that birthday stream on the 22nd, 5:30 p.m. PDT. Let me show you the birthday thumbnail. Let me show you the thumbnail. It's cute. Ta-da! It's like a VHS kind of vibe. 誕生日ですね。博士から誕生日配信がですね、日本時間23日の朝9時半からございますので、よろしくお願いします。We'll be doing VR games. I'm thinking of doing the golf because the golf was so much fun and I loved it. I loved it so much. But yeah, if there's any fun games, but if it's gonna be a VR game, I don't want it to be expensive. It gotta be cheap, or better if it's free. I'm gonna try to find some games. If there's like any better option, then I might go with that. But yeah, it has to be games that like we don't need to be Steam friends first, and second, it's free or cheap. Marvel Rivals is free. Marvel Rivals, we could do it another time. So yeah, that's this week. And on the 23rd from 5 p.m. I'll be doing an after birthday Zazazan. Talking about birthday things. Looking back and talking about it. I have a PC this year so I can show Yippee! We can play together, yeah? So yeah, I hope to see you guys on my birthday stream. If you haven't yet, please go hit the notification, the bell. This is the link to my birthday. それ博士館誕生日配信のリンクです。日本時間ね、土曜日の朝9時半からでございますのでよろしくお願いします。楽しみなんだ。ピース。やったぜ。楽しみなんだ。以上かな。で、日本向け配信がですね、この後本日夜の8時半からコミケお疲れ様でした雑談があります。あと日本語向け配信でいくと21日の、夜8時半からフォルザホライゾン4を遊んでいきます。ちょっとなんかまたかっ飛ばしたいなって気持ちになったので、フォルザホライゾン4を遊んでいこうかなと思います。そしてね、大きいのでいくと日本時間23日朝9時半から誕生日配信がございますので、来れる方はぜひ来ていただけると嬉しいです。よろしくお願いします。土曜日だからね、ちょっと都合つきやすいかなと思うんだけど、だといいなと思うんですけど。で、その後24日朝9時から、誕生日後雑談ってことで、こちらもございますので、よろしくお願いいたします。Golf with friends is 70% off until the 25th. Oh, that might be good. And like we played that game before, so I feel like people still has it. well, yeah. I will try to choose it and announce it today. So yeah. Anyways, there's a few things I gotta do today. I gotta see how much I can finish it. Like, I wasn't expecting to be out until late last night. So I had like pack of things I needed to do and I couldn't finish it. So I'm like, I gotta do it today. And tomorrow, the after tomorrow, I'm kind of busy. So yeah, let's see. This is done. I gotta do this, and that. Okay. And let's add on that onto the list. Wait, I gotta do this. This one I can do it anytime, I just haven't done it, which is so stupid of mine. Oh my gosh, I can't even write it properly. Okay, and B-Day stream game deciding? Game. Okay, I wrote it on my post-it. My post-it is my to-do list that I use. Right? Check out every single day. Anyways, thank you very much for coming. See you guys later today or tomorrow, depends on where you live, or even on my birthday, 22nd, 5:30 p.m. PDT. Okay? Mark your calendar, guys. Mark your calendar. ということで、この後日本時間20時半の配信もしくはね、21日の20時半からの配信もしくはね、誕生日配信23日、日本時間23日朝9時半からでございます。よろしくお願いします。その時またお会いしましょう。バイバイ。We forgot to read the super chat. Read the super chat. スーパーチャット読みます。読んでなかった。ごめん。I will avoid it. What do you mean you avoid it? Why do you need to avoid it? ということで、ロマキロコさん、Thank you! ありがとうございます。Thank you for the super chat. Hi, I can't make it to the stream today because I'm at the beach. You're at the beach? I really want to go to the beach, but like, right now I can't. I don't have a swimsuit, and I'm not confident enough to wear a swimsuit, so I'm like planning to lose weight by next summer and go to the beach next summer. Hope you have fun at the collab and catch many ghosts. Wait, is there something behind you? Don't scare me. But yeah, unfortunately the ghost caught us this time. But yeah, so like next time when we meet at this occult club, we will haunt them back. そしてWeasley, thank you! ありがとうございます。Thank you for the super chat. カオスさん、thank you! ありがとうございます。Thank you for the super chat. That was about the bunny standee. How brave you are to have the bunny standee out. It's kind of etchy, that standee. But thank you so much for having us on your desk. I really appreciate it. そして、スクーピーさん、Thank you for the 13 months. And カオスさん、thank you! ありがとうございます。Thank you for the super chat. If you ever go on a date with Nasa, can you try to lay on her thighs? Why? If I ever go out with NASA, it's outside in the public. It will be weird if I lay my head on her thighs. そして、Weasley, thank you. ありがとうございます。Thank you for the super chat. And Snow Taku さん、thank you. ありがとうございます。Thank you so much for the big super. ありがとう。チューすごいさん、thank you. ありがとうございます。Thank you for joining. Welcome to the hunting club. Weasley, thank you. ありがとうございます。Thank you for the super chat. And ロマンキロコさん、thank you. ありがとうございます。Thank you for the super chat. Spooky Nerd Skellington さん、thank you. ありがとうございます。Thank you for the super chat. And that will be all. Thank you so much for coming. See you guys once again on 22nd PDT 5:30 p.m. では23日朝9時半でよろしくお願いいたします。バイバイ、おつしかー。